Alright guys, this is otter number 3 right here. I'm fixing to get on. I've had it chilling up in this freezer. So what we're going to do is, some of it's kind of frozen again, which is totally fine because we're going to work on this face first. And it'll give it time to thaw out while we're working on this face, getting it cleaned up. So that's going to be all good. We'll get it on the flushing bin real quick without knocking my camera off, hopefully. It's going to be the challenge. Let's find something new tonight. So we're going to see if we can pull it off. This is a pretty good sized otter right here. This joker froze up on this one side. We'll see what we can do. Man, this is a big old otter. Golly. I'm talking this monster. This is a monster otter. I want to get that face tight on there. Golly, what a giant. Sorry, I can't get over how big this dude is right here. And so the flies in here are absolutely unreal. So what I want to do is take this trash bag and I'm just going to fold it over the parts of the otter hide that I'm not working on. I'll tell you what. Just taking open this thing up. Open the trash bag up just a little bit. Yeah, keep the flies off this hide, and then we'll also it'll help it to not dry out as much. If it dries out too much, we'll just wet it down a little bit. But I don't want this hide getting super dry while I'm flushing it. But look at all these flies, man. I'm about to just spray the dog crap out of them. One thing I can't stand about this, all the flies. Unreal. Man, it's a big old hide right here, y'all. I'm just gonna wrap it up. Like I said, just the parts that I'm not working on right now. Figure out how to stuff this thing in there real quick. Alright. That way, it'll stay dry. I guess we'll wait on to do the face for last. We'll get on that face for last. Just a second, y'all. I'm fixing to. I'm gonna grab me some water. Alright, check it now, see if it's good. I'll check the cat. I don't know. I mean, hold on, you guys. My freaking cat got out here, and you don't need to be out here. Alright, I'm getting at it. Put the old apron on here. I lost connection for some reason. I ain't too sure why, but sure did. But anyway, what we're doing is we got the otter hide stretch out over the flushing board here, and I covered up part of it with a trash bag so that it won't dry out too fast. So I've got my flushing knife sharpened. I'm just going to check the edge. Might hit it one more time. All I'm doing is making sure I'm rolling over that edge, so I don't, the edge of the blade comes to an end. I'm just making sure my blade is true right now. Feeling pretty good. Alright. We're going to start right here at the head. We're just going to work our way down. Being real sensitive right here at the head. I don't want to put no holes in it. Usually, these otters I'm finding, I like cats. Yeah, I remember you. What's up? Welcome back. On the necks, it's pretty tough right here. A tough membrane anyway. So we're just going to continue to work around this head here. And you'll notice as I'm flushing this otter hide, I'm going to primarily focus right here, this part of this flushing beam. That's where all the flushing is going to be done, right in here. Now down here, right here. And so we will adjust the hide as we need to. Guys, I'm freaking sorry. It's so hot out here. My phone is overheating, so I've got a little fan on it. I hope that doesn't mess with the audio. So we're going to blow the old fan on it. Trying to get it to cool down in here, but having a hard time doing it. It's freaking hot, ain't no doubt. But I think we're going to be good. I like Cass, if you're still here, thank you for your support, 100%. It's hot. I hope the fans don't mess with the audio. They're absolutely necessary right now. Alright guys, we're going to continue on. We're at the top of the head here. We're just making some pretty delicate cuts as we open up the membrane. Basically what I'm doing right here is I go down the edges. I'm just creating a runway. Just a runway for me to go over the top of this entire hide. And we're just going to continue that process the entire time. So we'll just to be a continuation throughout the entire flushing of his hide. Hopefully my camera will stop overheating. We can get on with this. Super hot. I think I gotta hit this edge again. Now you really want that, really want your blade to be pretty sharp. Checking the lip of the blade right now, y'all. Feels pretty sharp. Check it out. It's gonna be sharp enough for what we're doing. But we'll get with the rhythm of this flushing blade, and hopefully we'll get to moving on this thing. But there's a lot of thick membrane right here on the neck of this otter. Man, I hope the audio is good, y'all. And like I said, I got a lot of fans blowing all over me and everything, so hopefully you guys can hear well. Break through this membrane right here. I got the cat. Cool. Once I get through, when I feel like I'm done with the flushing area, I'll take the dull side of my knife. I'll do what's called scutting, what I call scutting, what a lot of people do, and I'm just pressing out all the grease that's within the fat, any remaining fat, or any possibly any remaining. What's up, Outlandish Outdoors, Let's Grow? Any remaining membrane is somewhat serrated on the dull end. So it does a great job at grabbing hold of it, and it has this inner little concave here, little inner radius. So it does a good job of pulling off what you may not have got. Right, so we're going to pull down, and we're going to continue on this hide here. Guys, basically all I'm doing is I'm just talking about everything that I'm doing and explaining everything. Whether you know it or not, we're going to hear about it. So, now that we have gotten past the neck, like on an otter in particular, right here at the top of the neck, there's this really thick membrane that I noticed, and kind of takes a little bit to get through. Then once you get through it, it's just kind of like a regular animal after that, just a regular fur, just regular membrane. But anyhow, golly, we're just getting through the easy stuff now. The monotonous task of fleshing a hide. So as I'm doing this, I want to get through it as smoothly as possible. Like I want to get enough of this membrane off this first time, because I mean, after you flesh a hide, you salt it, and then you should put it in a pickle bath. And once you put it in that pickle bath, the skin will swell up. And then you can put it on a flushing machine and smooth it out. But I really want to take the time to really get most of it off right now. That way we ain't got to do a lot of work later. So we're still going through some of that thick membrane right here. I'm just taking my time on this thick stuff. I just want to make sure that I'm getting all the way to the skin. For all y'all that normally watch me, I got some shoes on this time, y'all. Concrete killing me. Trying to be barefoot up in here. I like to walk around barefoot because why not? But not on no concrete. Clean it up with a razor blade. Just get you a sharp razor blade. You can kind of touch up, a spot here and there. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and pull it on up. Moving on down this hide. Biggest thing is like the angle of this knife. You could just sit here and push it straight at whatever angle, and you're really not going to get nothing done. It really all just depends on the type of hide that you're working with. We have an otter here, so how this particular skin wants to be fleshed is it wants to be sliced. And so whatever angle, like my fleshing board here is at like maybe a 25-degree angle, like a very slight angle. And so I'm just, you can just put your knife on the flushing board and then turn it at a 25-degree angle. And you're almost matching that flushing board, but you just have the slightest angle on it. And that way, whenever you go to slicing, you want a slicing motion. You don't have it at such an angle where it's just digging into that hide. It's just enough to glide in between the skin and the membrane. I think one of the other biggest things on this is, like, on this side, flesh it to the right and then coming over and fleshing it to the left. Like that switch up right there, that's something that I'm having to get used to. As you can see, a fleshing knife, it does a clean job. We're taking this stuff off. And if y'all's watching this video and you liking what you're seeing, man, please drop a like in here for me. And if you really, really like it, please subscribe to the channel, because now we got a lot of information coming up soon, and a bunch of live videos. We've been doing a lot of otters here lately, and we're still going to be for a little bit, but we're going to change it here soon to some other things. So if you want to see some more of this, please subscribe. And if you just like what you're seeing right now, please give me a like. Please give me a like. If you really like what you're seeing, I got my Cashapp in the description of this live stream. And all of that will go towards new equipment and maybe like an AC unit, so I ain't got to be out here struggling in this heat, man. Trying to build up the hide thing, but any kind of donation would be appreciated. You ain't got to. But I appreciate y'all watching. Ooh, that knife getting sharp now. That knife got dull from last night. Ashton, is that for wood? No, this is similar. What's up, Mojave? This is similar to a draw knife, which would be for wood, would be for debarking wood. But this is different. It's a draw knife. The handles are mainly turned at a 90-degree angle, and sometimes they're up from the blade, so you can grab it and pull back to debark a tree. But in this case, the blade is forward, and it's used to push or slice. So it's similar to a draw knife, but it is not a draw knife. Yeah, this is a fleshing knife right here for fleshing animal skins, like what we're doing right now. What's up, Joseph Marquez? How you doing, man? Glad to see you again. We're back at it on another otter. We're trying to knock some otters out. I want to try to do some live streams on the some of the finishing processes of this batch of otters. And that really doesn't take that long, but we'll do a live stream and we'll just take our time and just hang out. Joseph, I'm doing good, man. I'm hot, but I'm doing good. How are you doing, Joseph? Like I said, it's good to see you again. Bruno, which animal is this? I'm new and confused. I'm from Brazil. What is up? This right here is a river otter. And this is native to the United States. And I had a gentleman bring this to me, and I'm tanning it for him. And I'm just sharing it with all you guys. talking about kind of what I'm doing here. So I just have a method that I'm doing on this flushing board, and I'm just doing it over and over and over and over again. Good deal, Joseph. Glad to hear that. Yeah, I'm just doing it over and over again. Once we get around the front paws, you know, we'll do something different. We get down to the tail on an otter, that's kind of a big deal, so it's a lot different than most tails. And so I'm going to demonstrate on how to do that, or at least how I do it. Right now I've got this otter hide covered in a trash bag to, one, keep flies off of it, and two, we're just going to keep it from drying out. I got a fan blowing right on me, and I've also got one blowing up on the camera so it doesn't overheat. And so we got a lot of air moving around in here right now. So I don't want it to dry out. But if you're ever worried about that, just stick a trash bag over it, just like I'm doing, and it'll keep it from drying out. Dude, and if y'all are ever wanting to flush a knife, this is a Weeby Pro, and it's freaking awesome. Joseph, I've been doing good, man. I've been doing good. So far you can see, you know, we're running down it. We're running down this thing. It don't look like we're doing much because we're just pulling it up a little bit at a time, and we're just working on such a small space at a time. But as long as we keep the method in which we are flushing consistent, and we can consistently move right along. And that's kind of the whole idea with this. I'm still learning on how to get more, how to use this tool more effectively. And we're going to start seeing how fast I can get these done. You know, like, I know this is probably going to take me well over an hour to do, and that's okay, because I've been flushing hives with my flushing machine for a little while now, and I'm not used to this anymore, but we're doing it still. And I'm talking, you know, I'm focusing on you guys, I'm focusing on the work, and we'll get there. We will get there. Biggest thing is just not putting any holes in this thing. What I don't want to do. But if we do put a hole or two in there, it's okay. Nothing we can't sew up, right? What's up, Joseph? Joseph? This is an otter right here, bud. This is a North American river otter. So there we go. We're going from here all the way to there. So now we're going to pull. We're going to go ahead and pull this bag off a little bit. Yeah, buddy. So y'all can see this tail. There's a special way to flush this tail out, and I'm going to show you guys soon. We're working our way down to the tail right now. Again, I'm keeping most of this hide covered up in hopes that it does not dry out on me. And if it does, it's okay, because we will just wet it down with some water that I have down here. The country you are from is very nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay. So yeah, I guess so. Yeah. What country are you from, Joseph? Venezuela. That's a long ways away, buddy. I'm glad you're watching. Yeah, I didn't know that, Joseph. You've been on here quite a bit, and never knew that. That's cool, man. Joseph, do you tan hides? Elderlos? Tigers? Cool technique. Thank you. It's a learning process right now. I mean, I have some knowledge on using this fleshing knife, but I'm figuring it out. Trying to. I appreciate it. There's about a million ways to flesh a hide, though, ain't there? Here's something I might add, like whatever hide you're fleshing, check the fur and make sure there's nothing, no foreign objects lodged up in the fur from when the animal was alive. It's cockaburs or little twigs stuck in some woolly animal, because when you're going through here and pushing this blade, whenever it hits that object, it's more than likely going to cut a hole in it, and we don't want holes if we can help it. So again, whenever I flesh the hide, I take my dull side and I do what's called scutting. Well, and I'm just milking that fat. I'm just trying to get the rest of the grease out of here. Any remaining grease, any remaining fat, I want to get it out. You're always going to have a little bit, but you know, it's nice to not have all of it. Alright, pull our hide up. So now we've come to the top of the neck all the way down here. So we're getting close to the bottom. This is a big otter right here, guys. This is a big one. This is a big old boy right here. We're just eagerly, yeah, that's a human. Yeah, that's a human. Hey, are y'all Skinners? Wait, hold on, let me get back on this. Mason Petty, took me 30 seconds to realize that wasn't a foot. That's funny. It's an otter. Paul, Hey, all you skinners. What's up, Paul? You skinner? Bob, yeah, that's a human black man. Yeah? Human black man. I don't know what to say. Alright. We'll go ahead and take this trash bag off for now. Since we're making our way down. Persian bookworm, what's up? Man, bro, I wish you hadn't said that, man. You could have hung out with us. Now I got to put you in the corner. I don't do that. I probably just put the wrong person in there, and if I did, sorry. Hold on. Man, Bob. I know you're still on here, Bob. I didn't mean to put you in timeout, but it won't give me the option to take you out. So, my finger, I clicked the wrong one and I didn't realize it. My apologies. I really don't like, we're here just to be adults, man. That's what we're trying to do. I don't know. This stuff's inappropriate. The way I see it, if I wouldn't want my kids to hear it, and neither do I. Man, I see them likes going up, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are doing awesome. Man, I appreciate the support. If you hadn't liked the live, man, please like it. Please give me a like. If you really like what you're seeing, please subscribe. Because I am trying to get some knowledge on some hide tanning out there. And, even if you don't want to tan a hide, I mean, come on, this is something, it's cool to kind of watch, I think. I mean, I've watched a crap ton of hide tan videos, and they're interesting, even if you're not going to do it yourself. Totally fine, man. But I'm definitely going to be tanning hides, and y'all are more than welcome to watch. I most certainly appreciate any support I can get. And a simple like, that helps me out. That motivates me, so I appreciate y'all. Now look at that stuff, Now right here on the ends, once you get to the edges, especially when you get to where the actual legs are, those are the tricky spots for me. Hold on a second. Are you being for real? My AK, what is that? My AK has a higher body count than its physical. That's your YouTube name, bro? That's cool. I have a wallet that's made out of human skin that my dad brought back from Germany in World War II. What leather products do you think I should use to preserve it? Well, if it's a wallet, I guess it's already been, probably tanned if you still have it. So you just need to, which means it's like preserved indefinitely. But what you need to do is just any skin, alright? Is you just need to maintain it by adding a leather finishing oil of any kind. And be careful on any leather that y'all are conditioning, because like neat's foot oil, that can darken leather, and if you don't want that effect on your leather, then don't use it. So look up leather conditioning oils, pros and cons, effects that it's going to have on the leather, you know. But it's already preserved. You just need to maintain it. What a weird thing to have. That's probably illegal as all get out now. So I don't know that I would just be on the internet doing that, bruh. Mind boggled. Hey, chat moderator, make sure bros knows that Period is effing legendary. Bro, I appreciate it. I feel bad because I just trimmed it not that long ago. Sinners family, I'm from Arkansas, United States of America. Guys, we're kicking butt, man. We've gone down this done a long stretch on this otter hide. And we ain't put a freaking hole in it. How about that? Mind boggled. No. How is my audio, y'all? Can y'all still hear me? I haven't done a mountain lion before. Say hi to Coco McLeod. What's up, David? I don't know. Minnesota checks in. Heck yeah, bro. Minnesota's cool. Wish I could go hunting there. No joke, seen one while in a tree stand right below us. Almost crapped myself. Thank God for 30. Robert Scott from Kentucky. What's up, Kentucky? 6. Alright. Yeah, I ain't never seen a mountain lion before. Don't really think I want to. Seen some bobcats while hunting. Up I am. Was hunting 2 rutting bucks in Kentucky. Well, ain't nothing like that. It just sounds epic. Hunting 2 rutting bucks in Kentucky. Sounds like somewhere I want to be. Alright guys, we're getting up on the tail, as you can see. So what I'm going to do right here is put my little chair right here to somewhat support the weight of this animal. We're flushing otter hide right now. It's a pretty regular old river otter, pretty good sized river otter. And right now we've just gone down the back. Huh? Sorry. Yeah, we're working on an otter hide here. I'm fixing to work on this old tail right here. Man, I may not be able to put my thing up there. I'm just going to go like this. I didn't kill this animal. I may have tried to had I harvested it, but I did not. So I did not have a chance to. This was brought to me by the gentleman. I honestly can't say that I would have ate the meat. Probably just would have killed this animal for predator control and fur, which is enough to justify. Drew, you ever crawl in the hides and pretend you're a sneaky little sexy coyote? No. Coyotes are, no, they're not sexy. Coyotes are, I might pretend like I'm a dumb turkey egg eating coyote. But no, none of those hides are kind of too small. Too small for the human, the average human to get in. Oak Ridge, man. What is up, Oak Ridge? I like seeing you on here, man. My regular right there. You been busy today, Oak Ridge? I appreciate it, man. This is I got these otters I'm trying to run through. And what kind of hides do I have behind me? I got a Axis deer hide right here. I got a red fox over here, big buffalo hide. Over here I got a raccoon, a bobcat, red fox. The tail, that hide has been left out too long and the tail has begun rotting. Got a skunk, 2 coyotes, gray fox, and there's a deer in there that I mounted. Yep, that's what I got right here. Yeah, mounting the moose. Oh, you work on that moose. I remember you talking about it the other day. Oh, so you were able to find another cape for that thing? How do you go about finding a moose cape? Like, if the one before was damaged, what would you even do to do that? I'd be all alone on that one. You kind of remind me of a Viking. Well, I appreciate that. It's cool. I take it as a comment. Just put a nice little niche in my fleshing board here. That's okay. All right, right now we're getting the gland out. There's a gland that's you're going to find it on the hide, and you got to get that off right on the base, underneath the base of the tail. Oak Ridge, I have 2. I still need another moose cape. Dang. Well, man, I hope you find one. Nelson, hey brother, that looks like fun. I would love to go hunt. It is fun. It is fun. You should go hunting. Oak Ridge, can I have a mod? I just like the letters. Yeah, gotcha. Oak Ridge. Yeah, buddy. I forget about that moderator stuff sometime. Oh, I appreciate you, Oak Ridge. Oh yeah, I appreciate you being on here, man. I'll always look forward to hearing from you. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and do this right here. I'm going to wrap up most of this hide in this trash bag, and we are going to actually, hold on guys, I'm a very indecisive person. Fly strip, if you could, yeah, there's a fly strip right there and about a million others right here. Alright, so I want to get this tail knocked out, so I'm going to put most of this hide, just bunch it all up right here. Excuse me. And we're just going to wrap this thing up so it don't dry out. The flies stay off of it. So on and so forth. Yeah, dude, they are. I'm telling you, what I really want to get super cheap and totally worth it would be, you know, those magnetic screen doors you can put. Like I could put one over here on this door. That way I can go in and out of it and keep most of the flies out. Alright guys, we're going to work on this tail. When we have an otter, you can see right here how this fur is coming up from the bottom, up and around. Inside of here is just these tubes of fat. And what that does, it surrounds the tailbone, okay? And so when you go like this, you can see the tailbone just sat right in here. And then on either side, we have these little tubes of fat. So we gotta get them out. And we can't just flush it because these are rounded. And we could very well cut the hide. Some folks can flush it. I'm extending my shop right now. I can't wait till it's done. Man, that sounds awesome. I really want to get a shop. I'm in a garage right now. It absolutely works though. We're making it happen. We're making it happen. When I first started, I was doing cowhides outside like the entire process. Guys, this right here is a tail zipper. So you could just put the skin in here, hold it, and just bust it wide open. Chris, this is great. Do you do all types, fowl, fish, etc.? No, I only do mammals. That's all I do. I'm a mammal skinning mofo. Here's just two sheds put together. Yeah, man. That'd be the way to do it. I think for me, like, well, Okras, do you tan all of your hides? Like, so if you, say someone were to bring in a moose, and a moose head, and they were like, hey, mount this. What would you do? Would you mount, or would you tan that hide in order to mount it, or do you send it off, or would you just tan certain hides and send others off, or? I'm just curious. I'm just asking questions. And guys, forgive me if I'm looking down here. It's because that's where y'all are at for me. My camera's up here, and y'all are down here, and I'm reading. And that way I can it's real convenient for me. Yeah, but this year I got so many I want to start sending them to you. Wow, I need to get on it, man. Yeah, that's I'm sure that would help for sure. And for me, man, I got all these barrels, and they're outside, and man, it is all right now. Space for me is like an issue, and it keeps me from doing a whole lot. Being exposed to the heat keeps me from doing a whole lot. But that will all get better in due time. Yeah, dude, I'm totally gonna get with you. Promise you. I'm trying to I'm seeing, I guess as I get busier, I'm trying to figure out how to juggle everything, you know? And, because I mean, during the day, it's like 120 degrees in here. It's hard finding someone that does good work and that you can trust with somebody's trophies. No, yeah, no doubt. Boy, the pressure, I mean, I bet the pressure is on whenever they bring you that. 'Cause, man, that ain't no joke for a lot of folks. That's the way I try, you know, I look at these spurs like this because, you know, even, I mean, trapping an otter or a bobcat for that matter, that's a pretty solid achievement to me. And I know they want them back right, man. They want them to come back just how they have it pictured, and I tried to do my very best, to do the best I can, and luckily I was able to, guys, hold on, I have an idea. I was able to mount a deer of my own, so I'm able to see like kind of what really needs to be done in a sense. I'm just going to fillet this off a little bit. Not going with a dull knife. I'd rather have a dull knife right now than actually I'd rather have a freaking sharp knife. Dang. Are you planning on eating the meat? No, not at all. I don't have any meat from this animal. That mount is awesome for your first mounting. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Super proud of that deer. Not a very big deer, but killed it in a very strange, out of place setting. So I was tickled to death to have found it, and then especially to have mounted it. But yeah, I certainly do appreciate it, man. Well, I watched so many YouTube videos on how to mount deer. I didn't even order the materials to mount it until I felt like I was at least somewhat familiarized by YouTube. I mean, I took that pretty serious. What's the biggest animal you've done? That's a buffalo hide. So, done several buffalo hides, but buffalo in general is the biggest animal that I've ever tamed. I've done some cow hides that were bigger than buffalo, but buffalo are totally different animals. I would rather do a giant cow hide than a small buffalo. Feel free to ask me why. Got a 15 point with 3 drop times on cam. I hope I get them this year. Bro, I hope you do too. What was the hardest? Probably this particular bison hide right here. I got some short videos on my channel. Go check it out. And it shows you how I retrieved this hide. It was basically ruined. But we brought it back to life. We got it soft again. And it's all good. So that's a cool little video to watch. It's not a video, it's a short video. My favorite, what's your favorite meat to kill and cook? Whitetail deer and crappie. No doubt, 100% all day long. I know there's better stuff out there. That's what I like. And the easiest one for me, I would have to go with the back hide, like that axis hide. It's all wide open. As long as you can get it fleshed, super easy to soften a deer hide. Super easy to tan deer skin. I prefer to work with deer skin if I can. I never have a choice on what type of hide I work with, so I just work with whatever. But deer skin to me is just easy to work with. Super, super nice. Doesn't matter if it's a elk, axis deer, it doesn't really matter. They all pretty much have, they're all deer. They all got deer skin. Alright guys. As soon as I figure out an easier way to do these otter tails, I will. But for right now, we're just picking away. Just for right now, I'm going to show you something. I'm just kind of taking off the biggest pieces, and then I'm going to come over it with my mini flesher. And we're going to just zip right through this thing and be done with it. We'll get back to fleshing the body here in just a minute. How many have you done? Wait. Oak Ridge. Yeah, that was amazing. You brought that hide back to life. It looks great. Thank you, Oak Ridge. Ian, how many have you done? I don't know. I tried to remind myself how many hides I've done in the past 2 years. And I think it's a lot more than what I think. But I think in the past 2 years, I'm pretty sure I'm over 200 maybe, something like that. I honestly just couldn't tell you right now. I'd have to go and look at my little log to see. But I've done a lot, and in my whole life, I've experimented with like a whole bunch of canning methods. All right, guys, I'm ready for the mini flesher. What about y'all? I only use pressure washer for tails. It works great. Any other part of the hide, I use the fleshing machine. Heck yeah, man. That's what I need to do. If I had a good spot to use a pressure washer, I totally would. I tell you what, I've taken some bear skulls that I was cleaning up. I ain't got no pressure washer, so I boiled it, soaked it, you know, bleached it, and used baking soda, all the stuff, right, for the skull. And when I got ready to pressure wash it, I took it down to the car wash and used the freaking wand at the car wash and cleaned it up, man. All right, we're gonna hook up this mini flesher and clean the tail up real nice. Hey, let me show y'all, man. Let me just show y'all. Here's the old fox hide. Now, fox hides, if you want to do a pelt that's going to get soft, like this one here, a fox hide is the way to go because their skin is so thin. And if you watch some of my videos on how to turn a nose inside out, whenever you're fleshing it, you can get those noses so soft that you can just turn them inside out. Basically how to remove the cartilage, but even while it's totally dry, you just turn that nose inside out. And how to split the ears and the lips and all that. Oak Ridge, you use pool salt? No, I don't. I have before though, and I'm gonna tell you, yeah, it's a little bit extra, but it's good stuff. Now here's somebody whistling. Freaking me out. Yeah, I'm about to keep this fox out on me. Man, if I can get this out of here. I'm gonna take it off. I like this mini flesher, man. It does a wonderful job. I'll show you. One day, man, you have to send me a deer cake and let me do it, and I'll do a live video. You can watch me do the deer cake that you sent me. That's pretty cool. I'll definitely do that. Dang. This whole camera setup is kind of janky. Okay. I think we're good now. My TV screen here was glitching on me. I had to fix that. Alright, we're going to get back at it. Finish up this tail. Super smooth. Shouldn't have to go over this tail anymore. Like we're thinned some of the thicker spots out. Give the old flushing board a wipe down. Make sure we ain't got nothing on it. All this bull crap off of it. Wipe off some of the grease. And I'm going to go ahead and wipe down this tail. And I'm going to run my flushing knife over it to push some of the grease and fat off of this tail. This tail is like a whole nother animal. As you can see, we got quite a bit on there. I'm going to take a razor blade and get this remaining fat that is on the edges, just kind of snip it away real quick. Whole goal, guys, we're just trying to, we don't want any fat, man. We want to be done with that after this. Any visible fat for sure has to go. Alright, don't see any more. So I'm just holding the dull side of my knife. I'm just holding it straight up and down. I'm just pushing off excess grease. Alright guys. That's good. And that is a fleshed otter tail right there. Totally opened up. Skin is absolutely exposed. So salt's going to penetrate here and there on after. Pickling solution, tannin solution. Let's Frown. Is this where I sign up for the Raccoon Fight Club? Or am I in the wrong stream again? Dude, you're in the right stream because you're here, bro. We may not be fighting raccoons, but we sure are tanning them. So they're dead and we won. Alright, we won the fight. So come hang out, man. Is that a good answer? Alright, so I'm going to clean up around this ear a little bit. More water, hold on. You got a sub and like right on, Best Clown Frown. Appreciate it. Let's see, Paul. Try and keep any fat off the tail fur, as it will make what they call fat burn and will make it look almost singed. That's right. And you can tell. Let me show you. Let me show you. That's a good point. So I've got these here. These have been fleshed and salted. And you can tell, I mean, they've dried out skin. But I don't have like that dark burnt fat burn. There's some yellowing on the skin, but that's not fat burn. And same with this one here. And so, that's a good point, man, because you do get fat burn. It's hard to rehydrate those spots too, whenever you go to rehydrate. Yeah, super hard to rehydrate those areas. It can be done, but I know like if you let fat burn sit for a long time, they don't want to rehydrate. So what I'm going to do here is I have an ear bowl right here, very small. I've skinned right up next to the ear. And so I'm just going to go right through the membrane to the skin very carefully. And I'm just going to split the membrane all the way to the top of the ear bowl without putting a hole in the skin. Alright, so I've done it. Now what I'm going to do is work from one way around to the other, and I'll have my ear bowl cleaned off and right around my ears cleaned up. And on an otter, they got a lot of whiskers that they use for detecting stuff in the water and hunting and whatever. Just one of those senses. And they're all over the face. And so you really got to be careful when you're going around them and being aware of where they are so you don't cut those whisker follicles. Because then they're just going to fall out. And those whiskers, man, you want them whiskers. So we'll just go as far as this thing will let me. I'm actually just running with this. I'm just going all the way to the eye with it. Might as well. And I'm just pinching that membrane, pulling on it, and cutting the little seam that's visible between the membrane and the skin, and just separating the two with the razor blade. this up, man. If y'all was watching this and you hadn't liked the live stream, please do. Please just double tap that screen for me. Give me a little like. Give me a little like right here. Alright guys, and then you have the ear bulb left. And so I'm just going to cut that off. You want to be careful. You don't want to go too deep. Looks good to me. We'll go ahead and work around this little eye right here. I'm just taking the membrane that is around the eye off. Okay. You have probably another hour, probably. That tail takes forever. This whole process takes forever. For me anyway, those guys, they can just whip right through this thing, but not me. Yeah, I'm hoping another hour. That sounds great. I'd love to be. I hope so. It'd be nice if it would take me less than an hour. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap this fur up again. Keep parts of it dry. And here you can see the fur right here. Super nice fur. Super nice. Slightly damp, but it's okay. Alright. Kind of give it a nice little pull. Back on the fleshing wheel. Fleshing wheel, fleshing knife. Ha! Not a fleshing wheel. Might be done, but why don't you pull towards you to scrape the meat off? Because I'm putting pressure on it, so when I push it, it's tight and it doesn't wrinkle up on me. But if I pull towards me, then the skin will pull up because there's nothing anchoring it down here. I'm anchoring it right here, and I'm slicing as well, so it's just kind of easier to slice away from me because I can see it. Because if I were to pull, then my knife would be underneath all this meat and membrane. And so it would be in between the meat and the skin, and I wouldn't really be able to see what I'm doing. But doing it this way, I can see what I'm doing, and it's giving it a nice little slice. So now I'm going to go ahead and tune up my blade real quick because I can tell it's getting a little dull. Oh yeah, she's getting dull. Alright, that ought to be good. Right off, just curious, good explanation. Thank you very much. No problem. Thank you for asking. Scott said. That's what I'm talking about. Heck yeah, man. Glad you like it, man. Alright, we're coming up on this arm right here. So we're going to clean up a little bit with a razor blade, just a little bit. Alright. And I like to take that arm and just put it right into the tip of this deal, opens it right up. Just take it and kind of peel it over. You got to put pressure right here. And you can kind of just lean back a little bit and just flesh that arm. Be real gentle, because around any, like the armpit of any animal and around the arm is going to be super thin. So you want to be making sure that you're not cutting. Alright, what I can't get, I'm going to just touch it with a razor blade real quick and try to get off as much membrane as I can by hand. Most of the arm you don't have to worry too much about, but if there is fat on it, like there is on this one, you need to get that crap off. Fat is just going to hurt you. Gotta get that fat off. Come back and get the other side of that arm when we get to that area. Dude, this is so cool, man. Like, this is like, y'all, I'm telling you, y'all gotta try it. Get a fleshing knife and get it sharp. Get your fleshing board. Figure out how to use it. I'm gonna make some videos on my YouTube channel on how to use a fleshing knife. Like, this is great. great. Look at that. We're taking off huge slices. And it's all about consistency. It's like, how are you holding this blade? Because this fleshing beam, the wood here, is designed for this fleshing knife. So, you gotta use it just like that. Man. Now, hold on, guys. Let's see something. Alright, we're gonna switch stuff up real quick, guys. I gotta change my camera angle and all of that because the battery's about to die. I'm not about to let that happen. I'm not about to let that happen. So I'm doing the old switcheroo right now. So let me see here. Hello. Alright. Here's what we're going to do. Let me adjust my tripod, y'all. I want y'all to see this stuff, man. What about that? Can we work with that view right there? Or maybe see if I can't raise it up a little bit more. Sorry guys, hold on just a second. If I can't get it rose up just a little bit more. Alright, I'm gonna chill with y'all just like that. Alright, let me grab something. Oh yeah. Show must go on. All we gotta do is just hook a charger up real quick. And it's no big deal. Otters are taking me a little bit to do. Let me see here. Just like that, we're charging. So we're gonna be all good now. Let me hook my fan up to this thing. So my camera doesn't overheat. Alright, we're back. We're back at it. Blow through this otter hide. Alright, so now we're just back on working down the body. We're flushing it, making sure we're pushing off any remaining grease, fat, membrane, whatever. You know, whatever we didn't get. Super smooth finish. And you know, we're happy with that. We'll grab this excess, cut it off, and and we just move on down. That is what we're doing, guys. As soon as I get done with the body of this thing, we're going to have to do a little bit of face work on it. We're going to take the cartilage out of the nose, and we're going to have to split some of the lips around the whiskers, and that's super thick, but it's okay. We're just going to peel that crap off. But it's so thick right there, I really need salt to penetrate. So we're going to have to do some face work. So I want the faces of these animals to be super soft. Now once you get towards this spot, there's not enough weight over here to support this hide when you're pulling down on it, so it does want to kind of pull over. So, I mean, luckily we got a big tail on this thing. We can kind of wrap it around here, and that might hold it. It does a little bit. It does a lot. That works. There you go. Figuring new stuff out. Pushing out the grease. Pull the hide up. Once I get down to this end, I'm going to show you guys what all we have done so far to this skin right here. So we're going to see here in just a minute, because we're going to have to pull it all out and resituate this hide anyway, so might as well just show you. Super thin skin down here on the tails. You just want to be pretty careful about it when you're fleshing it. Like right now, I'm taking my dull side and just pushing off membrane. Go ahead and take the razor blade and just get what's on the very end. Alright, now we got where right above the back legs, we can go ahead, take a razor blade to it, and start working it down towards the edge. You know, and on these thinner areas like this, y'all, it's real important to get membrane off of it, because it's going to tan a lot better if you get it all the way down the skin. And if you want to have a soft hide, then that's what you're going to need to do. Alright, so we can pretty well call that right there good. Boy, what is in the head? Alright, anyway. Alright, so now let's just see what all we've done. We've gotten around this ear, the top of this neck here. You can see the line right there. So all we've got, so we've done the back, we've done the tail, we've done around the side of this arm, and we've gone down the side of the animal. So we just need to go from the bottom of the neck down and do this side of the animal, and that'll be good. So we're going to put it all back on there, the whole entire thing. We're going to go all the way up to this top lip, just enough to where we can pull that top lip over the edge of this flushing board, and we can apply pressure there so that the hide isn't pulling down from us. I'm just gonna turn this hide inside out just to help keep it dry. I think I like that better than the trash bag method. What do y'all think? Alright, so we're going to tuck this lip and just grab it as, as close as we can to the front of this beam. Just grab some skin and start flushing. Now, on the bottom side of the neck and all the way down, super thin skin. Just want to kind of just minimal pressure, and you want to just be very aware of the angle of your knife. It's super easy to put a hole in it right here. We'll go ahead and sharpen this blade again, y'all. Sharpen this blade. What's up, you guys? Man, I appreciate you guys watching, man. I really do. Like, I always love it. Like, I appreciate comments, no doubt, but if I'm like holding a group of people and no one's saying nothing but they're all watching, totally appreciate it. I appreciate it. I definitely don't mind comments, questions, anything, suggestions, tips, advice, whatever. I do not mind at all, but I just appreciate y'all's support, 100%. Coming up on the second arm here, we still got to get this one side of the other arm. We're fixing to do all that in one freaking go. I can feel it. Man, we're doing so good on not putting any holes in this hide, man. This is an awesome hide. Alright, so what we're going to do now is go ahead and just pull this up to this arm. We're going to kind of twist this hide a little bit. And I'm going to use the razor blade to just kind of grab some membrane, pull, and cut simultaneously. And we can clean this arm up and move on. And you can see the difference. Bam, good stuff, bad stuff. I'm going to keep it real. What's up? And so, it's hard to flesh these arms because there's not a lot here. You can't really flesh it with the fleshing knife. But you can with a razor blade. Alright, so now we're going to pop it back out, twist it one more time because I see some remaining membrane on here. Okay, have you ever done a prairie dog? No. No, I haven't. No, there's a bunch of hides I haven't tanned, but tanned a bunch of them. Mainly just tanned things that are native to my area, except for this. Well, I have an axis hide down here, but some things come in that are not native to here. Okay, so now we're going to get back on track. We just did the arm. Feel pretty good about it. Yeah, alright, feel good about it. We're going to rotate this where we really need it. Oh yeah, let's roll. Alright, we're going to come over here and get this other arm. I'm going to get what's in between the two arms, on the underside of the two arms. Then I'm going to come back for that arm. See a little bit of fat right here I missed. What is that? I can't see, that's too small. I saw you working on an otter before. Where the heck do you find an otter? This is an otter right here. People just bring them to me. So, you know, unfortunately I got to give all this stuff back, but, you know, that's the way it goes. Oh, we're cleaning that up. Yeah, no, I have a bunch of otters right now to do. Alright, so now we're going to work on getting to the front of this arm here. Be real careful right here. Alright, so what I'm going to do, yet again, I'm going to get this hide a little bit wet, y'all. It's not drying out too bad on me, but it is just a little bit. This thin membrane is what will dry out on you, and then it's really hard to get it to separate. It just wants to stick to the skin. And all you gotta do is just apply a little bit of water, and And it's like, it just instantly rehydrates that stupid crap like that. So I'm just cleaning up on the front side of the skin, on the arm, and then we will proceed to put the arm over the flushing beam and continue cleaning it up. Okay, cut this excess off right here. Once we get around these arms, you know, you always got these different parts of the deal. Carter, what's up? That works really well for me. Carter, you should flush your hides with a pressure washer. I think I'm gonna get into it one day. I'm gonna try it. Right now, I don't have a pressure washer, nor do I have a place to do it. But I like how smooth this stuff comes out, and I kind of like, doing it by hand. I mean, it's something. One day, I'm telling you, Carter, I'm gonna get to it one day, and we're gonna do a YouTube live on that, dude. I'm gonna be like, thanks, Carter. Should have listened to you sooner. Probably. Ain't that how stuff always goes? But I'm definitely, a lot of people have been doing it. I think I did a lamb hide one time with a pressure washer. But I just like, I don't know. It's kind of stuck in my ways, but very open-minded. And as soon as I'm able to do it, I'm going to try it. Have you ever done pressure washed like an otter or a raccoon or something like that with a pressure washer? If you have, like, how did it turn out? Like, was it smooth and all that? Because that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this finished look to it. Or does the pressure washer, like, blow a hole through the freaking, through like a thin-skinned animal, like an otter? Like, an otter's not super thin, but it does have some thin parts on it. So have you had any issues with that? I would definitely, I'm gonna tell you something. I would definitely like to use a pressure washer on a cowhide, deer hides, whatever. I hate flushing. I'm enjoying this pretty good amount. I'm enjoying this little otter hide. It's working out pretty good. It does take a long time. Okay, Carter, I've done raccoons, beavers, and squirrels with one. You should adjust your pressure nozzle depending on the thickness of the skin. For me, the hives actually came out really smooth. Ooh. And it only takes about 10 minutes per hive. Man. Wow. Really? Man. Alright, Carter. What size pressure washer do you need to do it? Sounds pretty good. I got a flushing machine, like I guess if it if it didn't come out smooth, I guess I could just, you know, certain parts didn't, I could just touch it up on that, no big deal. And see, that's the thing, like, I wonder why, like, you have some taxidermists that have adopted the pressure washer technique. I don't think the size of the pressure washer really matters. I'm not too sure, though. Well, I'm definitely going to, I mean, I used one time and it was great. And then, but now, I mean, I don't know. I just kind of got stuck on this. But I wonder how come, like a lot, like most taxidermists. I know some taxidermists have switched over to the pressure washing method, but I wonder why. I guess the professional side of it, how come they haven't? Like, I see so many tanneries that I follow on YouTube, and they're all like fleshing with a fleshing knife. I mean, it's just, I wonder why. Well, I guess probably the same reason I haven't. I mean, I'm not as good as them, for sure. I don't have all the equipment that they have. I have a bunch of it, but not all of it. But just wonder. I'm going to try it. I'm going to, as soon as I can get some pressure washer money, that's what I need to do. I need to put my, I need to put a sign up here with my Cashapp name. Pressure washer funds for flushing. Help a brother out. Pressure washer donations for high flushing. Which my Cashapp is in the description, by the way. If anybody wants to get a head start on that, I would straight up get a pressure washer. As soon as I get some funds available, I think I want to try it, man, 100%. A lot of people have been telling me about it, you know. And while this is effective and I'm getting everything off that I want to get off, it is a very slow and tedious process. And while I've watched many videos on the pressure washer, I never wanted to put money into it because I never knew, like, they never showed a close-up on the videos of the finish of it. And I've done a lamb hide before, but that was back before I cared about how smooth it was and how consistent it was and all those things. And the reason why I like, you know, I'm stuck on this right here real good and doing it this way is because, like, I'm in control. Like, I see what I need right here, right now, and I'm able to do it, like, by hand. And I can thin stuff out right here, thick areas and stuff. I mean, but it does take a long time. And that is an issue. Especially if there's a way out there that can get it done in 10 minutes. I could be knocking this crap out. I guess I'm going to have to go for it, man. I think you're the last person that's going to tell me to use a pressure washer, because I think I'm just going to go for it. I mean, it's like, how many times am I going to have to be told to do it like that before I actually do it? I think I've reached my breaking point, and I just have to go for it as soon as possible. Anyway, I'm getting a little bit faster on this stuff, though. What kinds of things, Carter says, what kinds of things do you make out of your hides? I'm thinking about making a coonskin cap in the morning. That would be cool. No, I just tan these hides for customers, man. So I just have people that hear about me in my area and surrounding areas that I tan hides. I've advertised this, and so this is what I do. So I don't make anything out of them. Unfortunately, bud. But yeah, coonskin cap, man, that sounds freaking awesome. I want to make some stuff whenever I get a chance. If I can ever tan my own hides one of these days, hopefully. I tan some of my own stuff, but I don't have a lot of my own stuff. Man, these legs are kind of a pain in the freaking butt. Now, how do you sharpen your fleshing knife? I've been using my candy onion work sharp and it works great. Heck yeah. So, I haven't seen that one. I need to sharpen it right now, but for right now, until I get a smooth sharpening steel, this is for my fleshing machine, and it's a tungsten steel little rod that I use, and so I mean it can sharpen it. So I just hit it 1, 2, 3, 4, turn it over, hit it once, and just kind of feel of it. I feel to make sure that I don't have a burr sticking on the edge of the blade on one side or the other, and then I might do it. Kind of do the same thing. That's how I do it. That's how I've been doing it right now. I mean, that's subject to change. But that'll get it sharp just like that. I mean, we're just coming off like butter. I could tell it needed to be sharpened. It's starting to feel like crap. So let me see here, Nanya. So you tan hides? That's cool. Yeah, I'm not very experienced with a fleshing knife. I've done some things in the past with it, with this thing, but it's been a while. It's starting to come back to me just a little bit. Definitely doing better than I was doing yesterday, I'll tell you that. we're getting up on the scrotum area, so we're gonna get in there with a knife or a razor blade. We're gonna keep all that, our thick membrane right here. Six beavers and 2 coons. Sorry, oh, I forgot to say a moment ago, I've also done a deer with a pressure washer. Heck yeah, man. So you've done 6 beavers and 2 coons. Like, that's all the hides you've like ever tanned. So you're new to it. I'm trying to just figure out where you are on it, if that's all right. But yeah, beavers are a crazy little critter. What's up, you guys? I appreciate y'all watching, man. I appreciate all the likes, man. If y'all subscribing to the channel, man, I appreciate it. Definitely look forward to seeing y'all back here again. Really enjoy this. You know, there's a lot of stuff. I'm always going to be learning stuff. And I definitely want to always be teaching what I have learned to anyone that's into this. And maybe I know something you don't. Maybe you know something I don't. You know? Just trying to share some knowledge, a little bit of kindness. Yep, new to tanning. I've been trapping and putting up fur for about 5 years. So you are not new to flushing some hides then, huh? I know, I'll tell you, I watch, I got the tanning part down, I feel like. You know, I feel good about it, but, you know, the flushing side of things, I can get it done good, no problem. But, boy, I'm gonna tell you something, I am not fast at it. I am not fast. And, it's gotta change. I am not fast at it. And I want to be, well, apparently I'm gonna have to get a pressure washer. I'm also relatively new to it. I've done 1 deer, 1 fox, 1 beaver, 6 coons, and 4 squirrels. So you figured some stuff out, though. You know, I mean, that right there is a wide variety of critters, and that's what you need. That's what you need when you're starting. So. Tell you what, guys, on the tanning side of things, I've got some videos, and I've got some short videos. Go on my channel, check them out, and like even on my how to tan a cow hide, you can apply those same principles to any hide. Same principles, same chemicals, but I mean, if you're trying to go the more traditional route, right now I'm not doing that. Because every hide that you see in my videos has been sold. Like, so I do everything with synthetic chemicals, but I'm telling you, I go into detail and I explain everything I'm doing and why I'm doing it, and like the effect that each process has on the hide and why you want that effect. And so I go into detail about what exactly I'm doing, and then I'll show you the finished product. So, especially in my short videos, you'll see a lot of finished products. I mean, look, you can see some finished product right here. Here's a fox. Here's a fox. Alright, super cool, super nice fox. You can see that. I mean, look, let's look at it. Look at that. But it's so easy to do, guys. It's so easy to do. Here's the axis deer hide right here. Yeah, you can do it. And I've learned some things. And I hope it helps. I hope, you know, if y'all are interested in that, definitely go check it out. That's what it's there for. Well then, can you even do with such a small beaver fur? This is an otter, and it's actually a really big otter. But you can do a lot. I mean, you know, you need several of them to make anything. Are they smoked? I like the brown color. No, they are not. These are tanned with synthetic chemicals, meaning that I've gone to a taxidermy store and I've ordered, you know, pre-manufactured tanning solutions. But, you know, I don't use stuff like the orange bottle, but I use safe chemicals. And I like to do what's called submersible tans. And I get on truebondtaxidermy.com. And you can go in there and just kind of browse around. And I like to use Permatan 2000 to tan my hides. And so it's basically like a tanning bath, and you just leave them in there overnight. And you know, there's a whole ratio, not hard to figure out. It's like for every pound of hide, of drained skin, add 1 ounce of Permatan 2000. And then like a pound of salt per gallon of water. Stir it up real good, let it sit overnight, and after it tans all night, you slowly add baking soda, because the whole tanning solution is acidic, and you add baking soda to neutralize it, and then those tannins are really gonna set in after that. You want to neutralize it. And a lot of that is because of the long haul, like way down the line, years down the road. You know, we're making something we want it to last. But an acidic hide can deteriorate, break down over time. You don't want that. And also, here's a really important reason, is because most of the time when you pickle a hide, you leave it in there, and when you're ready to tan it, you neutralize it with baking soda, right? Well, you don't do that using this particular submersible tan. You take it out of the pickle, drain it, weigh it, get it in the tan, and then you neutralize it when the tanning process is over. And so if you know about the pickle solution, that's going to plump up the skin. And so the skin's going to continue to be plumped up during the tanning process. And so you need to add that baking soda to also relax that skin out a bit. Bunch of cool stuff, y'all. Let me read these comments. What we all got? Do you have a separate pickle? Yes. Carter, you just use brain tanning. Awesome. I've used McKinsey Tan. I'll check out the Permatan. Yep. Yeah, McKinsey Tan's cool. I got a bottle of it over there. I've got the paint on tan too, and I will use it from time to time. I like the Permatan because I don't have to paint on anything and make sure it gets everywhere. I don't have to worry about my hide drying out too much and it not soaking it up good. I don't have to worry about none of that. I mean, but I've got some, in my videos I talk about when to apply the tan solution, when to apply the finishing oil, and when to start breaking the hide. And I'm telling you, you honestly, especially with furs like this, I mean, if you do that stuff, little to no effort at all on breaking the hides. I'm telling you. I mean, because the pickle, the tannin, the oils, And then just stretching the hide just a little bit will just make all the difference in the world. One of the biggest things is knowing when to apply your tan. Looking at moisture content of the skin, you don't want it to get super dried out and then put your tan on. I see a lot of YouTube videos of people doing that. But yeah, I have a separate pickle. So the tanning solution, the permatan, that's not a pickle. It's just acidic. Now, I mean, the hide's not in there long enough to actually do what the pickle's doing. The pickle is actually breaking the skin down. It's breaking I'm gonna tell y'all what I know. I'm just gonna go for it. I love this. All right. The pickle is breaking non-essential proteins down. So anything that's in the skin that is like sweat glands, veins, blood, all these different things, that acid is going to break that stuff down. All right, basically dissolve it. And then you have salt in there. That's going to cure it, which is a part of the preservation process. And also what salt does is it draws things out. So the salt is going to draw out blood. Everything that pickle dissolves, the salt's going to draw it out. And so what is that going to do for you? Well, you have what's left is the skeleton of the hide left. Just the skin fibers, the woven together fibers. And the reason why that helps you is when you do tan it, now you have all this open space for the tannins to seep in and give you an even tan. And I mean, there's such a difference in doing that. It's not even funny. I mean, you way softer hides, way easier to work. Just a huge difference. Hides are much, much easier to soften, and it's visible. So I have videos talking about that, guys. Once you get all this figured out like that, I'm telling you, you'll never do it any different. And so right now, guys, we're just working down the belly of this thing. Add me just a little bit of water, especially down here on these legs. But yeah, I got some videos, man, talking about this stuff, and I know there's some die-hard tanners out there. I don't know everything, make no mistake, but man, I'm trying to learn a whole bunch. I know that. I want to know how to do this stuff, and I just want to know why I'm doing everything I'm doing. Like, what is the point of doing it? And how is it going to benefit the overall end result? Make some good stuff, you know what I'm saying? But that's why in my videos, some of them, I feel like I talk a lot, but there's a lot to be said. There's a lot to be said. And once you get it, you got it. You ain't got to worry about it no more. You can refer back to it. But like I said, in my videos, whether I'm doing a cowhide or talking about how to do a buffalo hide or turning ears and whatever I got going on the videos. Basically, it's all the same, just about. And we could talk about it all right here. Did you make your fleshing beam? No, I bought this one. This one I bought off of Amazon. It was I got the grade A oak fleshing beam. I have a PVC fleshing beam. It's just a PVC pipe. And I put stuff like skunks on there, like anything that'll really fit on it, the smaller stuff. Because not everything's going to fit on this fleshing beam right here. So you can certainly make one. I just don't have I don't have a lot of time to do it. I had to order it. What's up, everybody? Abe, what's up, Abe? Sandrine, what's up? Hey, I appreciate y'all watching. So we're coming up on the leg here, the back leg. Sorry about the camera angle, everyone. We're gonna make it work. All right, I'm just taking a razor blade on this leg here. I want to make dang sure. The leg's always a tricky little spot for me anyway. And so it's just such a small area. I'm just gonna make sure that I get all this membrane off. Because anytime I've never got, or anytime that I have not gotten all the membrane off, very hard legs here. So we want to make sure we cleaning this up, y'all. Just grabbing it, pulling on it, just kind of whittling it away all the way to the end. Take a second and get it done, and it's over. Alright, so we're gonna lay this up here. There is still some residual fat. So we're just gonna, and those fans sure are circulating a nice smell through your house. Yeah? Thanks, Donnie. Have a good night. No, it's not too bad in here. I have what's called a, check this out. Let me see if you can see it. An ozone generator right here. And it really helps take down the smell. So I don't have to worry about too much at all with that. And I also try to keep it really clean in here. So everything's fresh. Like, it's not like I have a rotting hide right here and it's just stinking. Like, I'll take all this fat off. I'll, got it in a bucket and I'll just go throw it away and it's gone. Cover this up with salt, so it's like no big deal. It's not as bad as you think. It might look like that, but not like that. Because this right here doesn't smell. I mean, if it were rotting, then it would smell. But luckily, we don't do our hides like that. So check it out. That is the body of a otter, totally flesh. And so let's check this out. Let's show the fur. Now, this is a big animal. I mean, this is a big one. Try to get the whole thing in here. You see? Hello, April. I'm still going. Oh, you're happy. She's like, finally, you're done. I know. I'm not done, though. I have one small thing to do. That's an absolute must. So we have the body fleshed, y'all. It's true. And there's one thing left to do. One thing left to do, April. One more thing. We got to touch up. You see how thick this pad is right here? That's thick. I mean, that's thick. And then that cartilage in that nose, we got to get that out. And so that's not going to take but a second. And it's obviously going to take more than just a second. But she said, all right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to soak some of this hide, because if the skin's wet, it's not going to be receptive to the salt that we're going to apply on it here soon. And so we want the skin to moisten back up so the salt will stick to it and the salt can do its job. So you can't see right now, but all I'm doing is just taking a wet washcloth and I'm rehydrating this whole skin. Putting water on it, because I don't sell fur like a trapper would. I'm not drying this skin out. I'm tanning this skin. So it is going through the tanning process. So I do stuff a little bit different than a trapper would do it. I'm doing it. They go out and trap. I couldn't trap this otter. I wouldn't know how. I had to Google that or ask somebody. All right, we're almost done rehydrating it. All right, there we go. So now what I'm going to do is just get this hide the way I want it. The skin. You can see how it changes. It's turning a bluer color. That's how we know that we got a thin skin right here too. That's what you want. The thinner the skin, the softer that it's going to be. So we're going to get it where we want it. Nate, man, I want a furry beaver wallet. Is that possible? It is possible. Unfortunately, I couldn't do it. I'm not really. I've made a wallet. I've made a couple of wallets and restored a couple of wallets for some people, but it's not really my specialty. Guys, I'm bringing y'all in, man. Like I'm gonna show y'all real quick. Like, do y'all want to see this or what? Like, we're gonna show you. what I'm doing here. And the only way to do that is to get you in here on it. And I'm going to try, guys. I'm going to try to show you exactly what I'm doing. And I don't know if that's going to be the right angle. I'm going to put the fleshing knife down, put all these dull razor blades up here. I'm going to sit down finally. And I'm going to take this apron off. Gosh, it's hot. Alright, as far as fleshing goes, this is going to be the finishing touches on this. If I get someone to make one, I'll make sure to swing by and show you. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you. I almost want to be like, yeah, I'll make it. I'm sure I could try, but you really want a leather sewing machine for that, for sure. Yo, man, my shoes are untied. Can't do that. I mean, I can try. It wouldn't. Like I can sew, like I sew up holes in this stuff here, and you can't see that I've sewn it up. I've gotten good at that. But as far as like crafting with it, it's totally different. Just don't know how confident I would feel in giving you a good product, man. Definitely not what I do. But what we're going to do right here, guys, is there's meat. There's all this stuff that's on the hide. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, you can see what I'm doing. I'm peeling this off. And we're just going to go through and roughly do it. Now, I like to do the bulk of this work once this hide gets out of the pickle, because of how the pickle deteriorates this membrane that's all over this hide, and it will expose any remaining membrane. Okay? And so we'll come back, but we are going to get the obvious stuff. And what I mean by obvious is I split these eyes. It's going to be hard for you to see probably, but there's a thick membrane that is isolated around these eye sockets, around these eyelids. And it stands totally different than everything else. We want to get that off. I mean, that will make the freaking, like when you tan the hide, the eyes are going to be hard as crap if you don't get them off. That's some thick stuff. I got the hiccups. That's some thick stuff. But you want to be really careful around the eyes, because you cut a slit in the eye. By the time you get done tanning this thing and working this hide, that eye is going to open up a lot more, and it's going to look funky. That, man, I got the hiccups so bad right now. Golly. Dude, these hiccups are killing me. Alright. And when you're skinning the animal, especially when you take it, hiccups, y'all, what's going on? What's freaking happening to me? When you get around the front, golly, I can't even talk. These hiccups are killing me. Oh yeah, you got hiccups all the time. I just don't know. I can't even get a sentence out. Alright. I'm back at it, I think. But when you're skinning the animal, you want to really watch out for those tear ducts. Luckily, I've already done the other side, so we don't have to do that right now. Alright, so we're going to pull this back. So what we're going to focus on is this cartilage. We want to get this cartilage out and split these lips. And what I mean by that is remove the gum line, remove the muscle that controls the whiskers, and end up. But the only way, normally I would take the cartilage out first, but the only way to get this particular cartilage out, because this whisker pad is so thick and dense, with so much going on in it, we have to split this nose. Let's see, you guys. I'm messing around with this camera angle. You guys are going to have to see. Let's see if this will work. But we're going to have to take right here in front of this nose, super thick right here. I'm talking like different than most critters I get a hold of. Right at the tip of where this person cut this nose off, we're going to split this lip, and we're going to stop right here at the edge of the lip. And we'll kind of open up right here. We'll open up right here. We're just going to continue in until we either see skin or just think, dang, I'm pretty deep in there. So I can see the skin, so I'm done. Done with that. So you can see we've exposed the cartilage of the nose. We're going to go ahead and run up. So you can feel where this whisker pad ends right here. And you can also see, if you can see, this little, it comes to a point right here. Yeah, you can totally see that pink right there. So what we're going to do is come at the base of the nose into the depth of our initial cut. We're going to work our way in and up into the lip line, up to the top of this. Now you want to be very careful, because look at all these whiskers. There's tiny little whiskers there. But these whiskers, you want them. You don't want them to go anywhere. They are only attached by the whisker bulb, like the bulbs or the hair follicle basically of it. And so you don't want to sever the hair from it. I find that you can cut the very end of it off as you come in here, and you're going to be okay. I go slow at this because I don't want to lose them. And so once I start seeing them, I look at where I've cut it and what is remaining in there. That's going to tell me my depth. And once you get to these bigger whiskers, I mean, they have very prominent hair follicles on them, and they are huge, and there's a lot of meat in between them, way down. But you can't cut that deep, or you'll lose the whisker. Okay, what we're going to do is cut all the way down until we get into this corner of this lip line. All right, we're just gonna see if you can see that. That is a whisker hair follicle. Don't know if you can see it. You're probably going to see them right here in a second. And what we're going to do is just take, I'm not going to worry about the bottom lip right now. It's going to be okay. Everything's pretty thin down there. We are going to remove that at some point in the process, the overall tanning process. But it is not added right now. We can wait. It's very thick here, alright? So when you feel it, if you're going to ever do this and you feel it getting hard, keep going. Don't stop. Put your finger under there, because you can feel where you are. Alright, so what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to the corner of this mouth, going around those whiskers. We're going to make sure that we go all the way into the crease of the gum line, lip line, gum line, whatever you want to call it. I'll call it whatever comes out of my mouth. I feel like I'm there, except for right here. I want to open this up. Really important that all this gets opened up, because you want salt to touch everything that you plan on tanning and keeping. So we want to split this out, like we want to basically butterfly it. It's like a butterfly steak. Alright, so look at that. Just took all this bull crap off. Now it's still thick right there. Now, there ain't no doubt. Like I said, we can probably come in here and try to take a little bit more off, just a little bit. Don't want to get too crazy with it. You see how I have this thing stretched out over this round part of this flushing beam here. You can see it, and I'm using that to my advantage. I took a huge chunk off. We're We're gonna come in here and take a little bit more off. I'm gonna call that good, y'all. Them whiskers ain't going nowhere. No hair on that thing's going anywhere. Okay, crazy work, pants. See you later. See you later, Jay. Thanks for being on here, man. So what I'm looking at is this black lining of the edge of this mouth, and I'm gonna flip it up so I can see it, and I'm just gonna follow that. I want that black lining. I don't want to cut it to the hair, because that black lining makes an awesome outline for the mouth. I mean, it's just natural. It's right there. Let's use it. Doesn't have to be perfect right now, but we just need to get this excess off. We can do the finishing, perfecting touches later. Yeah, we're almost done. Alright, so we got a sweet amount done right there. That's cool. We are going to go back and touch that up later, but now, like, this gum line will act as like a barrier to the skin underneath it, and the salt will not do anything that you want it to do. So this is a must. I do this to all fur animals. Anything with whiskers and the face is being kept on it. I'm doing all this. Not just otters. Not just because this whisker pad is super thick, but because it just needs to be done. If you want the face to be soft. If you don't care about that, then no, you ain't gotta do it. I'm gonna have a freaking soft otter hide with an incredibly soft face right here. And I'm doing a bunch of them. This takes a lot of time, you guys. This is tedious work. You know, when you're doing a tubed out pelt like this, you know, the face, man, like, you want the skin to be soft, but man, if you get that face soft, man, that says a lot about what you got going on. Because if you've ever tanned a hide, you know that if you don't do any work on the face, then that thing is hard as a freaking rock. Come on with it, you know it. That thing is hard as a rock, and it just can't move. And as long as you're doing a wall hanger and you don't care, then it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter at that point, especially if you don't care, then it defeats the purpose of doing it. But you do want a soft face on your pelts. And this right here, I'm showing you how to do it. There's whiskers all over this thing, all right? And so here's some whiskers right here, that little black, that dark spot, coming up on some whiskers all on the side of this mouth. We need to expose that for the salting. And another thing, another reason why you want to do this is if you've ever tanned any hide and you did not clean around the whisker pads, and you've noticed that your whiskers are just kind of going every different direction, it's because you've got all of this hard meat, membrane, bull crap all around those whiskers, and they're not relaxed because of that. And so that just forces those whiskers whichever way that all this bull crap dries. And so by removing it, and tanning it, and adding oils to it, it relaxes the skin, therefore relaxing the hair. And that is what we're doing. I'm a hide tanning freaking nerd. I am fleshing an otter hide. I've already fleshed the body, and I am just finishing up my work for the night on this face, which I'm almost completed. And then we'll put some salt on it, and then I'm gonna go to bed and do it again tomorrow. I'll be doing live streams most of the day tomorrow. In the morning for sure. Just anyone that, you know, can watch it. Alright, so now I'm gonna go through here, trim up once again all the crap I just cut off. Don't want to cut into the hair, just want to stay on this natural outline. Make sure you get your whiskers out of the freaking way. Cut this crap off. Look at that. If you didn't do that, all that would just be on there. That sucks. Alright, last step, everyone. Last step. Let me back this up. Well, it's not the last step. Last step of fleshing. We're just simply going to remove all of this cartilage out of this nose. This is not hard to do. Here, man. I really just want y'all to be right in there. So I'm going to have to get your hand in there, get your finger on there. And press into the nose, kind of center your finger, and you're just going to go around this cartilage. You're going to see membrane pulling off of the cartilage from the skin. You're just going to want to cut those little stretched out membranes. That's all you want to do. Don't cut to the skin. Just make small cuts with purpose. You can see we're just opening it up. Now, otter has a pretty good sized nose, so you want to make sure that you're kind of going a little bit on the outside of this cartilage. Kind of come in. You almost have to come on the outside and then work your way under, like almost like kind of mushrooms right here. There ain't no almost about it. It does. Mushrooms out, and you have to come out from underneath it. But if you're ever going to do this, just take your time. Just look at what you're working with. Do what you need to. Especially if you're not familiar with doing this, I mean, you can just totally put a hole where you don't need it to be, and then it will just jack everything up. So I'm just looking at this cartilage, man, seeing where it's at. See what I got going on. So this cartilage kind of sticks out right here, abnormally. But if we turn it around and we look at our nose comes out pretty good. So the cartilage is going to do nothing to follow that. So we're just going into it, man. Just whittling around it. I'm cutting into parts of the cartilage just to see if there is cartilage there. I mean, most animal hides are the same, but man, you run into some abnormalities. Like often, see stuff that wasn't there. Okay, so I believe that I've gone as far as I can go, pretty much. Alright, so, and even if I hadn't, I'm pretty freaking close. And so now that I've got my cartilage out and exposed, two different nostrils, and so we're just going to take a razor blade, and we're going to cut the best we can right down the middle with a little septum deal right there. We're going to cut through the cartilage into the skin, or to the skin. Alright, now you've separated your nostrils. Take one nostril. You want to oh man, that hurt my fingernails. You want to carefully cut it off. If you see any places where the membrane is stretching, go ahead and snip it to the nostril. Just go around, check it, blah, blah, blah. Check it, check it, check it, check it, check it, check it, hit it. Alright. And just grab a hold of it however you can. Cut it off. And look, here's a good thing. Just turn it around, see where you are, what you got. I got plenty of room here. And I'm just going to go for it. Now, I never cut off as much as I actually need to my first time around. See, so I have it open, come through here, look. I look good. So I'm going to go through, just carefully remove this cartilage. There we go. There's one nostril. Okay, double check, see where we are. Now I can see my fingernail right there. I went all the way like took it all out. There is no cartilage. Man, I'm getting sleepy, guys. Alright, we'll come in here. I have it open. I have to come in here, double check. Feel good about it. Cut the rest of it off. Got to open a little more. Double check. Still looking good. Now we're going to go for it. Alright, we'll look. Is there any cartilage left? Freaking little speck of cartilage right there. Get that off. Because that's what we do. Well, that's what I do. That's what I'm doing. Alright. There we go, man. Now this hide right here is pretty freaking good. Let me take this little bit of meat off right here around his nose. I see a little bit of excess. You might think that wasn't even a lot of meat. What's that gonna do? Freaking lot. Kind of open up these whisker pads just a hair more. We're gonna go back over this face after we pick it, but I'm gonna sit here and say that I'm totally happy with this. Oh yeah, last thing, man. Well, I'm gonna double check everything I do, because this, no matter how much I want to quit or take a break or whatever, like, gotta get this done right. So we're gonna get some water on here and get it ready to receive the salt. Some more water on this tail. Dry it up just a little bit on me. Well, that's a big old otter right there. That took me. I ain't gonna lie, man. Here, let me take this charger off real quick. My phone's charging pretty good. Okay. That's a big otter, man. I mean, freaking dang. Let's go over here. I don't know what y'all can see. Let's see. Trying to get some of this out of my way real quick. Alright, take some salt. I know y'all can't see very well, but all I'm doing, I have salt contained in here, and I'm just rubbing it in everywhere, making sure that this thing gets plenty of salt around the arms, everything. And what we're doing here is we're pulling out unwanted fluids, blood, freaking whatever, man. Whatever's in an otter hide, you know what I mean? Making sure we get it around the ears real good, up in the nose real good. Let me rub it in there. Alright. On the edges. Get it on the edges of the feet real good. All over. Look at salt everywhere. Salt's cheap. I think I got 50 pounds for less than $10. Get it on that tail real good. Really want it on that tail because that's where all that fat was. Press it into that tail. I'm telling y'all, this is a big old otter right here. Dang. I think I'm actually gonna I'm gonna leave this one covered up for a little while. Because even though if it gets a little dry, the salt will pull out moisture and will help it stick a little bit better. And even though I added moisture to it, I don't like how much salt is not sticking to it. So I'm going to just let it sit here for a little while. And hang it up. But man, let me tell you something. This is a big old otter. Golly, come on. I mean, that's a big otter right there. That's way bigger than them other ones. But guys, all right, that's it. That's the live. Man, thank y'all for watching. I got 12 of y'all left. But we got it down in there. It's totally covered in salt right now. But we did it. 10-year-old hide is out. Y'all have a good day, night, everything like that. Oh yeah, April, I'm about to call you. Alright guys, there we go. Another freaking good job. See you later.